So today we're going to go over how to plant a tree. This is one of the trees we'll be selling at the tree sale this year in 2020. So as you can see, we've already dug our hole twice the diameter of the root mass here. All right. The next step is going to be to find flare. So that's the first structural root coming out. So we want to excavate some of this top layer here. Take this out until you find the first root. As you can see here, that's my first root coming off the tree. That's going to tell us our planting depth. All right, so we can go ahead and take it out of the pot. We'll set it in the hole, and I can see that I'm a little low here. All right, so I want this tree sitting up to about 1 inch, where that first root is 1 inch above grade or right at it. Okay, planted too deep is the #1 problem with tree plantings. We got to get them up just a little bit. All right, so we're going to take this back out and we're going to backfill, and we're using the same dirt that we used here in the hole. As you see, there's my first root. I am right above grade here. So now the next step is going to be to do a half backfill. Backfill half of the hole, and we'll water it in. So now we've backfilled half of the hole. You can still see the top half of the root ball here. Okay, we can still see flare right there. There's our first root. And now we're just going to water it in. And as you're watering in, take a sharpshooter, start going around the outside of the hole here. You want to get it nice and wet here. We're not compacting the soil, we're getting rid of all the air pockets in here. We're just going to keep going around the tree. So now we've half backfilled, we've watered in, nice and wet back there. So we're going to go ahead and backfill completely now. Completely fill up the hole. Still want to leave flare exposed here. We don't want to plant too deep. Now that we've backfilled completely, we're going to go ahead and give it another drink on the top. Put some more water to it. And again, we can still see flare right here. Right above the grade. We want to be a little higher rather than too deep. Go one more time around the hole. Get everything to settle in there. Now we're planted. We're gonna go one more step here. That's to put a thin layer of mulch over the top of this. I only want 1 inch of mulch on the top. We don't want to over mulch it, because that does the same thing as planting the tree too deep. You want to keep the mulch away from the trunk here. We don't want the mulch right up next to the tree. We'll leave it a little bit of room. Spread that out nice and even. As you can see here, we still have flare. That first root is still exposed. We just got a thin layer of mulch on top. And that's how you plant one of these trees.